All right, so that's exciting. Have you gotten to the point in the homework yet where they have statements like, well, you asked me earlier, Quebec is in California, or that's where you really start to apply what you're learning here to pure English statements, right? And again, that's what I was trying to tell you about legal documents, lawyerese, about whoever's trying to tell you something or trying to persuade you on radio or TV. They really construct statements sometimes in a way such that it makes you think one way, but if you analyze the statement, they can say, no, I wasn't saying that. Look, I wasn't saying that. So we're all human. We can be misled. We can be persuaded. And when you analyze it, they did nothing wrong except they know that they were misleading everybody. But we can't get them on that. It's a technicality. I can't get them on that. You guys kind of with me? Yeah. So when you get to that point where you start analyzing statements, simple statements within something, and you start saying, is the whole thing true or false? That's the next level of this. Constructing statements to come out true, but they make somebody think something wrong, right? So that's what people who go into, careers where they need to be persuasive. Maybe they represent companies that do certain things or something. So let's see, what do we want up here? Let's do, let's put a knot on the outside of something. Knot. That looks nice and disgusting.
Very. I don't think I have room on paper to do that.
What's that? Those two words together? Nice and disgusting. What are you going to do last?
The outside.
Yeah, the outside knot. That's where my answer is going to end up there, right? It's kind of good sometimes to know ahead of time where your answer is going to end up. What am I going to do first? Yeah, the most inside parentheses. The only thing I really need here, but again, I'm going to do this more work than necessary, but what's not R going to be? Oh, let me do this for myself. Let me see. Since I don't have lined paper. Okay, this is even more exciting. What happened there, Jeff? I leaned on it. Okay. It's 3D. So not R would be, yeah, just goes crazy, right? False, true, false, true, false, true, false. True, yeah, thank you. Keep myself straight. One more line. Yay. And let me put the Q down. Some of you guys realize we don't really need to do that. The minute I OR those, I don't need them anymore. I'm just interested in the result. OR is only false when they're both false. So they're both false here, and they're both false here. True everywhere else. Cross it out, cross it out. And I kind of circle this for myself. Right? It's all about keeping your eyes in the right place. What am I going to do with this? I'm going to do what next? The if and only if between the P's and the results, right? So let me write down my P's are and what's true about the if and only if? Both the same. It's only true when they're both the same, or it's false when they're different, whatever way you want to remember it, right? So they're the same, they're the same, no, same, no, no, same, no. Try to make them look like real F's there. Because again, I love that when I get that letter that's both. What's that? Well, what's the right answer? What do I not need anymore? The P's, right? Now this is where I am. If you really want, you can cross that out too. I don't need that anymore either, right? I don't know how many guys like to do that 1, 2, 3, 4 on the bottom. If you like that, do it, right? I really want you to realize math is all about making it your own. Do the legal procedures, but you can make it your own as far as visually what makes sense. Make it your own, right? So the last thing is just not these. That's awesome. False, false, true, false, true, true, false, true. Just not these. And then box that bad boy off. That's my answer, yeah.
I have a question about problem 8.
Problem 8?
Yeah, does it actually want you to write out a statement or?
Yes. I like that problem too, and I actually think I wrote this down when we first did this. Ooh, that was neat. What was it? How did we figure out the truth table for this? We built it off of something else. Remember we did a truth table for this? And then did we look at it? It had to work. So it had to work P, if P then Q, but it also had to work. So it had to be if P then Q and if Q then P. Now write that down. If P then Q and if Q then P. It's got to work both ways, doesn't it? There you go. That one's done. That's a freebie. Number 8, right? Does that make sense? In order for the arrow to go both ways, it's got to go that way, and it's got to go back. Wouldn't that make a double-sided arrow? And that's the idea of biconditional. It's got to work both ways. This guy doesn't work here, but this guy doesn't work here or here. Because when I go back here, that's no good either. Right? That's the idea. It's no good if T implies F, and the biconditional's got to go both ways. Okay, maybe. Okay, cool. But, I mean, how many of you feel semi-decent about this? If I would have given you this on the quiz today, be honest, who would have freaked out? Okay, a few guys. And again, it's a question of, part of it is just something clicking. Just realizing what's not important and what is important. If this would have freaked you out today on the quiz, you really should come see me. Because normally it's just one little thing you're looking at wrong, and I can find that really quick. Right?
I have a question. On this. So after we settle up with negation R or Q, our next step after that would be to the if and only if.
Because we're working out just like in algebra.
So, but if and only if what though? That's the question.
If and only if P, if and only if the answer.
Oh, okay.
Right?
And so that P is not a negative, right? It's not a negation.
Nope, it's just a P.
It's just a regular.
Yeah,
and
that negation's
once we
on the
get
outside.
After that answer, then we go for the negation.
Exactly. So it's exactly like this. Exactly like if I had, right? And if I really wanted to, I mean, when I do this first?
Yes.
Not if I really wanted, but just what 7 minus 8 is. Now, do I care about the 7 or the 8 anymore now? Really? No, I don't care about that. It doesn't matter. I can forget about that crap. I don't care where it came from. I am here now. So I don't care where it came from. I am here now, right? And then here, what would you do?
5.
Yeah, 4 plus 1 is 5. And again, I don't care about the 4 and the 1. I don't care about this and this, because now I am here, right? And then the last thing, of course, is I make a negative 5. Now, in algebra, there are very specific distribution properties that you could actually bring the negative in first. Logic, you actually could do it, but that would be really freaky here. Because this doesn't work really well. We're not going to get deep into the algebra of logic, really. This is probably the worst problem I kind of throw at you, this level problem here. Right? Okay. Okay. So let's get into section 3.5. That's the last section I want to do before the test.
30 seconds.
What's that?
Can you leave that on the bottom? Double check something.
Yeah, sure. And actually, before I forget, let me go ahead and give you the practice test.
You said 3.5?
Yeah, 3.5.
So the answer to that one, false, true, true.
And then
All right, thanks.
3.5.
I think my problem is that I'm not teaching you enough.
Truth table, the
Oh,
last
yeah.
truth table.
That'll kill you.
The working the problem down, if they give you the what the problem is, and then the truth table.
Yeah, which is the order.
And really quick, you can do as much or as little of this as you want. I don't need to see these. You don't have to turn it in. I'm going to give you the answer key next time. So this is purely for study. So next class will be review for the test, yeah. Okay.
So if we bring this on Wednesday after class, could you like look over or something like that?
Well, I'm gonna have the answer.
Oh, you're having the answer. Oh, okay.
And more than that, it's gonna be the worked out solution.
Okay. Cool.
So let me see what you guys think about this. Let me put this up in English. So in logic, there's two ways of looking at things: English, and then the mathish, right? So let me show you this. If I am hungry, then I will eat. If I eat, then I will be happy. What can you conclude from those two together? Yes, right? Now, isn't necessarily true, but the argument is strong, right? If this, then this. There's a lot of assumptions there, aren't there? There are a lot of people who are hungry and they can't do this. Well, the way I've written it, if I'm hungry, then I will eat. Right? We live in America, it's a little easier here. So yes, if I'm hungry, then I will eat. If I eat, then I will be happy. So from those, you can't read anything into it. You just got to take them at face value. This argument leads to what without any
conclusion?
Therefore, if I am hungry, then I will be happy.
If you're hungry, you'll be happy?
Looking at this, and in fact, I can make this complete gibberish. You're looking at the form of it. If I'm hungry, then I will eat. You can't debate it now. We're looking at, is the argument strong? Right? That's all we're looking at right now. You can debate this all day long. That's not what I want to hear. If I'm hungry, then I'll eat. You accept that. If I eat, then I will be happy. You accept that. What does that lead to? What must that argument lead to without any loopholes or anything?
If you're hungry, you're unhappy.
You're happy.
If I am hungry, then I'll be happy.
Because you're gonna eat it.
Let me give you another example. Right? Some of you guys are being way too judgmental here. If I,
So when I don't know.
let's see. If I live on the moon, then I eat fried penguins. If I eat fried penguins, then I will have the power to stop bullets. Therefore,
if I live
Live on the moon, you can stop bullet. That one makes more sense than the first one.
I know, because you guys let it go. You say it's all crap, so hey, it's all crap. That could be all crap. There's two different levels here. I really want you to get this. There's level number one. Is the argument itself strong? No. Now, the argument here is not complete. What does this lead to?
If I live on the moon, then I will have the power to stop.
If I live on the moon,
And I will have the power to stop.
then I can stop bullets, right? You guys cool with me taking a little shortcut there?
That's fine.
Is the argument that I just made strong? Yes. Because that conclusion must be arrived given that those two. Is this conclusion true? So that's not even really what we get into yet, right? We're just talking about forms of arguments, right? So what sucks, let me give you an example in the courtroom, because it's perfect. You can have somebody who is guilty. They are just guilty, right? But you don't make a strong argument. Everything you say is true, but your argument does not lead to he's guilty. That's not the only thing it leads to, right? It could lead to he's guilty, or he actually wasn't lying when he said this, or this other person's lying, or, you know, there's just too much doubt in there, right?